Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder. So if you're interested in that, then please keep on watching. So this product here typically retails for around $45 Canadian. And you can get it from Shoppers Drug Mart, Sephora, the Too Faced website, and many other places. This particular product has been out for many years now. It's gone through many different packaging design changes over the years. And I think the consistency has changed as well every time they re-release it. Many years ago when it first came out, the packaging looked like this. I'll insert a picture here. And then a few years later, it was looking more like this. I have the old one here. It is very beat up, this one. As you can see, the golden foil of the logo is getting scratched off because I've had this for many years now. And the back is quite beaten up too. And then, as you can see, the inside of mine is absolutely disgusting. I've hit pan and it's kind of crumbling here. So yeah, this is like very old and beat up, this one. But for today, we're going to be reviewing the newest one that I just bought recently. Here is the front of the box. So cute and beautiful. The side of the box. The other side of the box says the same thing in French. The back of the box. The bottom of the box. And the top. And here is the powder itself. Look at that gorgeous golden font. Classic Too Faced. And it looks like they're going for more of a squared look this time, as the old one was more of a warm, buttery pink, and the new one is more of a cool toned pink. But the logo is the same with the gold font risen. And there's like no ornate filigree or anything. It looks like they're going for more of like a smooth, modern look. And here's the bottom. You can pause it to read it if you wish. Now normally the inside of this part has a gorgeous heart-shaped design, but I have been using this for a week now to be able to review this for you guys, so it has rubbed off a little bit. And hidden under here is the adorable heart-shaped puff. So cute! So without further ado, let's finally go ahead and try this on, shall we? So I'm actually not going to be using the powder puff that's included because it's just way too cute and I don't want to ruin it. So instead, I will be using this e.l.f. small tapered brush instead. Alright, so as you can see, I just applied a pretty light layer just now on this side of my face only. So here's the side that I've applied the powder on, and this is the side that I haven't applied anything on yet. There's not too much of a noticeable difference at this point, as I've just freshly applied this makeup, and I haven't gotten that oily yet as the day's just begun. It's just morning now. But yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my face just to even everything out. Alright, so this is my face with the powder applied all over on both sides of my face. As you can see, it minimizes the pores and makes everything look very even and mattified, which I absolutely love. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the pros and cons of this product. So the number one pro I can think of is that it definitely delivers and does what it says it's supposed to do. As in, it's called a primed and poreless powder, and it very much minimizes the look of your pores and makes everything look super matte and even and crisp, which I absolutely love. Another pro is how incredibly lightweight this product is. A little bit goes a long way in dusting over your face. For many years now, I've been looking for my personal holy grail pressed powder foundation. And over the years, I've just struggled so hard in finding the perfect one. I've tried pressed powders, loose powders, etc. And of all the ones I've tried, usually I try to get one that is like an actual shade. And finding a shade match can be so frustrating and hard. It's like one of the most notoriously hard things to do when it comes to finding makeup that matches you is finding foundations and powders that match your actual skin tone. And for me personally, I don't actually need too much coverage when it comes to my powder, as just a little bit of concealer is all I personally need. So the purpose of powder for me is more so to just mattify everything and add like that last finishing touch to make everything look crisp and set. So for me personally, translucent powder is the way to go. However, as many of you guys probably know too, when it comes to translucent powders, they tend to leave like a ghostly white cast, which is kind of unflattering in my personal opinion. But this one does not leave a white cast. It really truly is translucent in the sense that it's like see-through and it just mattifies. I don't see any white cast at all. I will probably have to ask some of my friends that have darker skin tones to see what their experience is with it on darker skin. But for my skin tone, which is a light medium beigey sandy brown color, it doesn't leave a cast, if that helps. Another big pro to me is that there is absolutely no scent, which is always a pro in my opinion. I know some people are obsessed with fragrance, which is awesome, but I would say more people than not are not a fan of fragrance, or at least if you don't make a fragrance at all, then there's no debate whether it smells good or bad or gives you a headache, especially something that goes on your face, all over your face, all day, every day. You don't want it to be scented, because if you happen to not be a fan of that particular smell, then you're just smelling it all day because it's literally smeared all over your face. Just to sum up the pros, overall, it does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. It's rightfully called a primed and poreless powder foundation. And yeah, it's just a purse essential, a daily essential. When I use this on the daily, I usually just pat it in my T-zone and under my eyes. I don't normally put it all over my face, but I did that in this video just for demonstration purposes. You can use it as sparingly or as heavily as you like. And yeah, it really works for me personally as someone who normally just wears concealer and needs to set it. And I don't wear any kind of like heavy foundation or need any kind of coverage. It's perfect for me for that sense. So now let's move on to some of the cons of this product. So one of the main cons I find when it comes to pressed powder in general is normally it comes with a little powder puff, and when I try to apply it with a powder puff or any kind of like flat sponge, I find when you're spreading the product, it actually tends to like lift the foundation or concealer or any kind of products that you have underneath up and onto the sponge and smears on your face. So like even if you're just patting it like this, I find it just gets stuck, almost like you're just wiping stuff off your face onto the sponge rather than the opposite way around. Like the sponge is supposed to be an applicator, as in it's supposed to scoop up the product and apply it onto your face, not the other way around. I find with these sponges, it kind of like lifts the product off your face onto the sponge. And then it creates a very like uneven, spotty, it's just not a good look. So yeah, I just really hate it for that. Also, the sponge that it usually comes with is very inexpensive feeling, very flimsy. It often breaks, like the ribbon part often breaks off after like a week of use. It's so dirty, and yeah, so the sponge would be a con. However, this particular sponge is so freaking cute. But yeah, I just don't think that it applies well. So yeah, pretty much you have to use a small tapered brush like this to apply this stuff. I've even tried using a thicker kabuki brush to like buff the product and buff it on, and that is actually how this happened, as in it just crumbles. So yeah, pressed powder is finicky like that. Whether it's translucent or not, it's just very hard to apply without it coming off in my experience. Another con I would say is I guess this product feels like it's a little bit bulky for no reason. It doesn't appear to come with that much product. Like you can see the pan is quite thin, so it didn't really need to be this chunky. I understand that they needed to create that space for the bed for the little puff to sit in. But I imagine most people won't be using the puff anyway. They'll probably use it with a tapered brush like I mentioned. So, I mean, I guess including the puff is good for travel purposes, but because that makes the product so chunky, it's actually not that good for travel. For example, once again, with the previous old version, I used to carry this in my purse, and look how crumbly and damaged it gets. It completely shatters when it's bouncing around in your purse. It's a very delicate product, so that's another con to keep in mind. Alrighty guys, so that is it for my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Powder Foundation review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below if this video was helpful to you. And if it was, then please don't forget to give it a like. It truly helps me out more than you know. And of course, if you like, then please also subscribe to my channel. It would truly mean the absolute world to me to have you join my cozy little corner here on YouTube. Also, if you guys have any other tips on how to apply this product in maybe even better ways than the tapered brush, then you can also let me know in the comments down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!